Hi everybody, Dan Mizzi-Harris here, product designer on the foundations team at GitLab, just recording a quick walkthrough of an exploration I've done around a Figma modes of variable strategy. This one I've dubbed Styles Wrapper, which hopefully will come apparent as we go. So some of the goals of what we're trying to achieve as we roll out modes and variables in Figma is separating the variables library from the component library for a bunch of different reasons. When designers are trying to use light and dark mode in their design files, try and get it to be a single toggle that they can choose between, and only expose the variables designers need to use directly in their Figma files. The tokens we're expecting will be a combination of things that are useful for maintainers to power the system and build components, and a different set that are for more general use and we'd expect to see wider use across the company. So I'll jump in quickly to how this particular strategy works and then talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages of it. So I've created a variables library file that we're going to use. This mimics the separate libraries file from the component library that we spoke about, and I've added in two colors to it, a button border color and a text color. If we were to, with different values for light and dark, probably border button color would only be applicable to a stroke, and our text color we would only have limited to text. I'll go ahead and publish this library, and we can use it in our components file. When that loads, we've got a basic library file with our button with a stroke. I'll just go ahead and change this to our border button color, and so on. I'll also create a style that we can publish. And if I set this up, give this a fill of our text style, text color over there. Now this component will be published and this style will be published. I'm not sure what this variable is. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think it's a default one when we create one. So now in our design file, if I'm going to consume just the one library, which is this component library, I can consume the button, which has got this to it. If I create text, I should be able to see my wrapped style by here, but I can't see any of the other variables that came from this main library. So that achieves our goal of only exposing the variables designers need. It achieves our goal of separating the library from the component library. And here we can see we've got, I'll change this to a color in the middle. We've got our single toggle for mode light and mode dark, and that all works as we'd expect. So as I said, those are these, got some advantages here. Some considerations around this is now our variables releases are tied to the component library releases. So any updates there, we need this component library to have a release also. The disadvantage is this only works for color variables for now. The styles options aren't the same. There's not a one-to-one mapping with the variable options, so things like space. size not able to be wrapped up in a style. You might have noticed we've lost our ability to scope the style, so I can apply this text color, even though over here we set the scope to be only appear within text fills as well. So some trade-offs. I don't think there's enough that I would recommend this as our preferred approach, but I thought it was interesting to document nonetheless. So hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you again soon.